Hi everyone, CFL Park Hopper here at Epcot, and we are back again for the Food and Wine Festival. The last time we were here was midsummer, as it was just starting out, and now we're into fall, and this festival runs a long time. It runs all the way till November 20th, and we're here in the middle of September, so if you're coming anytime in the next 2 months, this festival will be running. They have more booths now open than they did in July, so we're going to try a couple of the newer booths that have recently opened. We're also going to be looking for some fall flavored foods today. As we get into September and October, I start to really want things like pumpkin flavored, apple flavored, I don't know, more hearty type foods. So we're going to be looking for some of that stuff today as well. Let's get started. Okay, there's two ways that you can currently walk into Epcot with all of these construction walls. One is on this side, which is Test Track is ahead of us. You can kind of see it over the construction wall. The Mouse Gear store is over here. And there are two new food booths that have recently opened on this side of the park. So I'm going to show you those, and we're going to try something to eat. So getting more bearings, because this store over here, this creation shop in here is about to open. It's going to open later on this week from once this video is made. So this Mouse Gear store is going to close, and this creation store over here is going to open right underneath this breezeway. But if I turn around, now I'm directly in front of Test Track. Mission Space is over here. I'm going to keep walking towards the test track, and then we're going to turn on this sidewalk right here. All right, now that we've rounded the corner, here's the two new booths, the mac and cheese, or it's called Mac and Eats, but it's mac and cheese, and the Lobster Landing. And I'm going to get something from each of these booths. So let's get started. All right, here's the pictures at the Lobster Landing booth. So they have this awesome looking lobster tail. And for $14, I know it seems expensive, but it's actually a really good sized lobster tail. I've seen people with it. They also have a really good looking lobster chowder, which I think is delicious for fall. Definitely a fall flavor. But I'm actually going to try today this baked lobster dip because I've been looking at this and this just looks delicious to me. So this also screams some fall flavor. So let's get tasting with this. And then next up, we're going to try some mac and cheese. All right, so from the Lobster Landing, I got the baked lobster dip, and it comes with chips. It looks really good. All right, this is absolutely delicious. The dip is a little warm, and it's so creamy and good. It's got some nice cheese in there. It's got some nice seasonings as well. The chips have some Old Bay seasoning. I believe there's also Old Bay seasoning in the dip. There's also potato chip crumbles on the dip. It's got some good little chunks of seafood meat, some lobster meat in there. Delicious. I almost think I'm going to run out of chips before I run out of dip. So this is great. And it was only $5.50, which I think is pretty affordable for this. All right, so now I'm at the mac and cheese booth. They have traditional mac and cheese with an herb panko, truffle mac and cheese, and a cowboy mac and cheese with pork belly, brisket, burnt ends, pickles, pickled peppers, and onion straws. And then they have a vegan sausage and peppers mac and cheese. Whenever it has a little plant-based sign, it's actually vegan. So I think I'm going to try the truffle mac and cheese today. But that cowboy one also sounds good. All right, so this is what the truffle mac and cheese looks like. So it's got a few of the truffle mushrooms on top. And I bet it's going to taste good. I bet there's some truffle sauce here in that cheese sauce over the macaroni as well. That's pretty good if you like mushrooms. It has a very earthy flavor from the truffles. So just keep that in mind. But I do like it. I think I would get it again. So it's definitely a very truffle mushroom taste. So if that's a flavor you like, you will like this. If it's a flavor you don't like, you won't like it. That's kind of one of those, you'll either like it or you'll hate it, I think. But I would get it again. But I think next time I'm going to try the cowboy one. So many good things to try. We're going to keep going here at the Food and Wine Festival. Okay, so to get some more of our bearings, we just finished. Here's the Mac and Eats and the Lobster Landing. If I turn directly around, in front of me over here is the Flavors of Fire. And this booth screams fall. It's even hosted by the NFL. So let's check out their menu. All right, so I've had the corned beef corner route before. It's pretty good. It's like slow roasted corned beef that is shredded apart. It comes with like a cheese sauce and cheese curds. And I believe it was like over a chips. I think that's kind of what it looks like with beer cheese fondue. So it's really good. And I've never had this chimichurri offense, but that looks pretty good as well. And last year I tried the s'mores whoopie pylon. And if that doesn't scream fall, I don't know what does. However, when I had it last year, it wasn't warm. and I just wished it would have been warm when I had it, so that that gooey marshmallow would have, you know, had that more gooey flavor. It was still kind of cold, the marshmallow, so I didn't really enjoy it too much. But I am interested to try it again this year at some point and see if it's different. You know, I think sometimes when you come to the festival, it just depends at the time you come and the day. Sometimes the food is better than at others. All right, we've made it to the crossroads. So if we head straight across, we're going to be over on the side with the land and the Imagination Pavilion, which is dead ahead of us. But if I turn and come this way towards all the little cute figurines here in the middle, there's Remy on an ice cream sundae. We're going to hit the World Showcase right in front of us and check out some more booths. So let's go find some more fall eats. Currently headed in the direction of Mexico, and here is the Swanky Saucy Swine. This is a new booth this year. And I have been wanting to try this, so I'm coming here to see what they got now that it's a little cooler out. So you can get crispy barbecue pork rinds with a pimento cheese. They have a porchetta with some rosemary potatoes and lemon parsley salsa and sticky soy ribs. I might try this porchetta. All right, so here's the grilled porchetta. It's basically, I think, just a grilled pork loin. And it's got that salsa verde on it, and it's got these rosemary potatoes, so I'm excited to taste this. So this is a pretty good dish. The pork is very well seasoned. I first I bit into the part that was covered in salsa verde, and I got a lot of that, and I was concerned that the rest of the pork may not have any flavor without it. But I tried some of these parts here that didn't have any sauce on it, and it has a very good seasoning. There's a very good hint of lemon in there, rosemary also, and some other herbs. So it's a good taste of the pork, and the potatoes are really good. So I'd say this is a nice fall dish. Some of the flavors are almost a little more summery. Again, this festival did start in middle of July, and this booth has been open since the middle of July. But it's a more of a heavy food, so it's something, again, that I would want to eat when it's a little cooler out. Today it's cloudy, so it's a little bit easier to eat some of these heavier things. And as we go more into the fall season, it will definitely be cooler and easier to deal with heavier foods as well when you come to the festival. So we're going to keep working our way around and trying some more fall foods here at the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. Okay, one of my favorite booths that comes every fall and just is the Alps booth. It's located down here in the Germany area, and that warm raclette Swiss cheese is so good. I love the top portion where you can get the Alpine ham, the baby potatoes, the little cornichons with those are the tiny little pickles, and the baguettes. It's so good. So let's give that a All right, guys, so here it is. Look at this cheese, all fresh and oh, yum. It's got the ham, we got the bread, the potatoes are in the cheese, and there's little pickles. They used to be the little tiny pickles. Now they're like pickle spears. I'm excited. This is super good. All right, guys, so this is how I like to eat this. I like to make little sandwiches out of the bread. So, and put everything on it. So let me give it a taste. All right, so this is super good. So as you can see, the bread comes sliced. You can tear it apart. The ham has a super great smoked taste. The Swiss cheese is so creamy. The potatoes are well done, so they're nice and soft. And the pickle adds a nice bite. So putting it all together, really delicious. I highly recommend this. If you don't want it with ham, you can get it without ham as well. So just cheese, potatoes, and pickles. So really good. I highly recommend it from the Alps. All right, we've made it to the Canada Pavilion for the Appleseed Orchard. So something about this tells me it's going to taste like fall. Let's head on in. All right, so the Appleseed Orchard is inside the Canada Pavilion where the movie normally is. It's going to be inside here. So you're just going to follow the path and check it out. It's one of the Remy's from the Remy scavenger hunt. We were showing this on our last Food and Wine video. So if you're interested, I'll link that video below so you can see how to do Remy's scavenger hunt. So we're inside the 360 movie theater, so check it out. They're utilizing the 360 theater to make it look like an apple orchard. Super cool. Okay, so this booth has an apple crumble tart, apple chips. It also has a frozen apple pie and a cinnamon apple cider, as well as several apple alcoholic drinks. So everything here looks delicious. I think I'm gonna get an apple crumble tart. All right, guys, this is the apple tart. It looks absolutely delicious, so let's give it a taste. Check out this bite with all the apple. Wow, here I go. That is absolutely delicious. Tons of apple in here. It's so well seasoned with the cinnamon and the brown sugar, and it's caramelized with this crumble, so it's got some crunch, and it's just delicious, and it's big, so definitely you could share this with someone. So I'm gonna have to sit here and eat it all by myself, unfortunately. So here I go. We'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so we're leaving the World Showcase. We're headed back towards the front of the park. Here's the main path that we came down to get into the World Showcase. And we made our loop all the way around. We just ended over here in Canada. Now we're coming up this booth path right here. And the last booth is here, Earth Eats, over here. And we're gonna try something here for fall. Okay, so every year here at the Earth Eats booth, they always have the Impossible Slider, which is pretty delicious. But this year they have an Impossible 3-bean chili. And again, this is gonna be a vegetarian item. And I'm gonna give it a taste. I love chili, especially in fall. So I'm really excited to try these. Apple Twinnings of London chai tea. That sounds good. Man, we're just on a kick of apple. We just came from that apple orchard. But here we're gonna get this 3-bean chili. All right, guys, here is the 3-bean chili. This looks delicious. And again, this is vegetarian, so this is Impossible meat. It's not real meat. This looks really good. So let me give this a taste. This is absolutely my kind of chili. I love chili with Fritos, sour cream, and cheese. They totally read my mind. I also love chili with beans in it. And this has 3 different kinds of beans. Black beans, and kidney beans, and red beans. I love it. Absolutely good. The spices are just right there for me. Right when I put a bite in my mouth of what chili should taste like. Perfect taste of fall. You know, football game day. Yum. So I highly recommend this at the Earth Eats booth. Well, everyone, I had an amazing time here at the Food and Wine Festival today trying out some fall flavors. I loved the chili. I loved the raclette, the Swiss cheese raclette in the Alps. That is one of my favorite things every year. That apple tart was amazing. The porchetta was pretty good as well. The truffle mac and cheese, the lobster dip. I'm thinking backwards. So man, about everything. I can't think of anything I had that was bad. I would try get all of it again. And so much more here at the Food and Wine Festival. I'm so glad they still have 2 more months. This festival runs all the way till November 20th. So check it out if you're going to be here in Orlando. If you liked today's video, hit like and subscribe down below to see more. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new video, which is usually once a week. And also subscribe on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. CFL Park Hopper on all 3. Thanks for watching.